What is up, dudes? It is your excellent homie, The Brand here. It is August 9th, 2026, and we are live on the air here on Mixcloud. Thank you all for joining me. It's Horns and Headlocks time. See Cam Bam Slam emoting, Sarah Ann Hicks emoting. Everyone, my people are representing, and that's what's important. And we're going to keep chugging along here, people, on the Horns and Headlocks bandwagon as we crawl through the summer here of 2026. The West is on fire. Send some prayers out. Send some, if you do like a rain dance or anything or something like that, definitely anything you could do along those lines to help us out, we would really appreciate it out here in the West and among other places too in America. Just horrible fire year. It's dry. And we ain't going to get into a talk about all that, but it is what it is. But send us your thoughts, prayers, strength, rain dances, anything. So that's kind of how I wanted to open things. I have a great show for you here tonight. Real Reedy's going to be stopping by to talk WWE stuff. I got Big Vito T in the house stopping by to talk some AEW stuff. I got my bro, the J-Rock man, coming on at the end of the show to talk some Raider stuff. So it's going to be exciting, among other things. So make sure you're checking it out. Also, got some headbanging tunes. Got some brand new stuff for you guys to listen to. Brand new Prong song came out this week. Actually, let me rephrase that. That probably came out hard to understand. A brand new song by the band Prong came out this week. Not a prawn song like the Primus album or song or whatever it is, but actually I think that's their label, Prawn Song Records. Anyway, new Prong tune that I'm going to go ahead and play here very shortly. Very excited about that. So that's cool. And yeah, make sure you're following the show. If you're live here on Mixcloud and you're just now finding me, I'd appreciate it if you found me again. Found us again at any point. So make sure that you're following on Mixcloud first and foremost, or if you're watching this later on YouTube or listening to it on Spotify or somewhere else, make sure that you're doing what you need to do to check us out on there. Give us good ratings, give us thumbs up, give us likes, give us comments, give us hugs. You need a hug sometimes, you know what I mean? Anyone just need a hug sometimes? Let me check the comments. Oh, Murphy's here too. I'm here. I was a little late because of the email. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. This is fun, huh? We're gonna get into it. It's going to be a hella good show. Like I said, I got all that stuff planned. Got people coming on later. The boys are a little under the weather. Not sure if they're going to make it on tonight. We don't really have anything planned with them. We'll probably hear from them again next week, hopefully. So make sure you send the get well wishes out to those boys because they ain't feeling good. Some kind of weird summer cold roaring through. Don't know what happened. We hadn't been anywhere or anything like that. And so, I don't know, it's just crazy. Just one of those things. But so anyway, on to business. One thing I want to talk about real quick before we go into some jams here, kind of top story. This is Horns and Headlocks. We cover metal news and things happening in the metal community. So I wanted to weigh in on this because I feel like it's my duty to do so. Okay. Also, before I do that, like the title of the thing says, we're doing a road to 50 follows. Once we get to 50 follows, we're giving away $50. just so you know. I don't imagine it's going to happen today, but hopefully soon, just so you know. We're going to keep on chugging along, and that's 50 follows here on Mixcloud. I think right now we're at like 13 or 14 or something like that. So, got to pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. Anyway, gonna weigh in on this because it's just been clogging my social media brain rot feed for the last couple weeks. There is basically, guys, the Static X thing. The Static X saga that's unfolding kind of right before our eyes. So basically, just to kind of catch everyone up, for those of you in the know or not in the know, I'll kind of start it from the beginning and summarize it the best I can. The band Static X, that we all knew and loved from back in the day, right? Industrial metal, new metal thing, outfit, whatever you want to call them. Someone knows some Static X from back in the day, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, they had a nice little run from, right around like the late 90s all the way up until the beginning part of the 2000s, I want to say. And, the exact timeline, I don't have anything written down. I'm kind of just freestyling on this. But basically, Wayne Static, the head honcho of the band, the guy that, directed the whole band, wrote most of the music, words, everything. He basically, he passed away, long story short. He passes away, and for years and years, like there's the original lineup of Static X, but then, he cycled through a bunch of different musicians throughout the years, but he was Static X, long story short. Okay. So you would think with him being gone that we would never hear the name, see the name again. Well, a few years ago, this outfit popped up, started calling themselves Static X again, so they had the blessing of whoever or had the rights from whoever to go ahead and start calling themselves Static X. And it was the original members of the band, or at least, original members of the, when they were popularized, at least, okay? And along with a new lead singer, guy by the name of Edsel Dope, from the band Dope. And he was, but it wasn't going to be him as the lead singer, okay? They did this whole thing where they were going to have basically a cosplayer of the guy that had died, Wayne Static, and they have Edsel Dope kind of dress up as him in a weird way, call him Zero, and then all of a sudden, here they are, they're out on tour again. The last 2 years, they're out on tour as Static X. They're making records as Static X, and they're selling this whole thing to the public like everything's like, like this is a huge tribute to our, to our fallen brother, and we're keeping his spirit alive, and like this whole thing. Okay. Well, it comes out, here's a guy, this guy named Matt Zane, who I'm not going to get into his whole character and everything, but basically he's making a documentary. He was a friend, associate, whatever you want to call him. He knew Wayne Static, spent a lot of time with him throughout the years and everything. So he's making this documentary about how basically Edsel Dope and these guys from Static X, basically, long story short, this whole thing is not genuine. Basically saying that, these guys are basically just kind of using Wayne's name to their own advantage, trying to go out there and make some money and saying that they're honoring a guy. But the honor is in the eye of the beholder, I guess. And that's just kind of, I wanted to weigh in on my thoughts of it, because me personally, when I first saw that this was happening, started reading that this was happening, Static X was coming back, and found out that it was, and especially when I found out that it was Edsel Dope, I said, hold on, wait a minute. These guys are known to like never have gotten along. It's not like they were friends, and in fact, Matt Zane has brought this up, and this is going to be something that's in the documentary as well. One of my first thoughts was watching an old episode of the revived Headbangers Ball from the mid-2000s, and Edsel Dope is there being interviewed with his band. They're about to play a Static X video, and he tells Wayne Static what DX used to tell people all the time. All right? So that was kind of my first thought when I heard that this whole thing was happening. So I thought, okay, wait a minute. This thing is very weird and off base. And I kind of just watched it develop, and I didn't really think it was going to be received and just accepted by so many people the way it was. And I thought, okay, at some point, something has got to come out here, because this just does not feel right to me. And sure enough, this guy making this documentary makes me wonder, makes me think. So go check it out. I'm not sure what the name of it is. Apparently it's coming out for free on streaming next year. It's basically going to be a documentary about the life and more so death of Wayne Static, and also going to deal with all these ins and outs of this new band, basically saying that they're carrying on his legacy, but possibly are not. My feeling is that this is just like a weird, dirty money thing. And I don't want nothing to do with it, honestly. It makes me feel weird. It makes me feel, it sucks when you hear things about these bands. I'll still listen to the old Static X stuff, but I can't listen to that new stuff with any kind of enjoyment whatsoever. I've barely heard it. From what I've heard, it sounds okay, sounds Static X-ish, but I'm never going to listen to it. And that's my 2 cents on it. Folks, I'm going to take a quick music break here, and then we're going to bring in the Real Reedy duo, and we're going to talk some WWE news. So keep it locked right here on Horns and Headlocks, live on Mixcloud. Make sure you're following. Make sure you're subscribing. Much for following. We are on the road to that brand new tune. 50 follows here on Mixcloud. So if you're watching this, or if you're listening to this later, here native on the Mixcloud format, make sure you're following us, because once we get to that 50 follows, folks, we give away $50 to one of those random followers. That's how that works. And it's going to be awesome. So I would love to make someone some money out there. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying. It's good things, good stuff. Hear me. Riveting radio, isn't it? But here we are. We just had some jams. We just played some jams, and we're going to play some more jams. That new Prong song is pretty badass. I've got some folks on the line here. Real Reedy's coming in, folks. Real Reedy is coming in hot. And we're going to be talking some WWE news. I got some good stuff to talk to them about. I am trying to just wait till they're both here so I can pull them both in at the same time. That way there's not like a weird, like, hey, we're waiting. on this guy, or we're waiting on one person or another person or whatever. Of course, the person that's waiting could hang up, and that would be not good for anyone's business. But anyway, guys, check us out live here on Mixcloud every week. This is what we're doing. As you heard in the opening segment, we talk metal stuff. I should have been a little bit more prepared and concise with that. I was thinking, I did not realize like how long it was going to actually take to how long. I didn't realize how long it was actually going to take to talk about the whole history of the band and the whole thing. So I really should have had that more prepared. But it is what it is. But yeah, that's where we're at, folks. It's live radio. What can you do? It's live streaming, and this is what we do on here. It's very ironic that I'm drinking the mug root beer after the whole dog thing last week, and we'll probably get to that here very shortly. Just waiting on my guests here. I wanted to try to bring them both in at the same time. Oh, here we go. I'm hearing noises. Here we go. Perfect. I hear things. Let's go ahead and roll to it. There we go. Oh. I always do this. I always have the wrong. Always got to make a new window. There we go. We're all here.
Oh yeah.
Guys. Oh yeah.
It's professional.
We're
professional. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear James. I can hear the real Reedy is in the house.
We're in the house. Hey, Jammers.
Hey. Oh yeah.
Up.
Good to see you guys.
Good to be here.
We're coming off of the big, we had the big SummerSlam party last week, and man, that was chaotic. I don't know if we'll ever do that again.
It was a bit much.
It was fun though.
Yeah.
It was just like waiting to go around the horn to everyone. It was like. It felt like an eternity between like turns, I know. So it was like that might not work going forward. But anyway, good to have you guys here. I want to talk some WWE stuff with you guys. You guys are kind of my go-to on that, keeping up with all that stuff nice and good. And so that's what we're going to talk about. Didn't want to go into detail throughout the week, but there are some bullet points I kind of wanted to hit here. Coming out of Raw, one of the big news, or was it even big news? Okay, I want to get your guys' opinion on this. What did you guys think about the return of Big Cass? Let me have it.
You want me to go first, or you want to take it?
Go ahead.
I mean, I loved Cass when he was with Enzo, correct? Yeah, I think so. For a long time.
An Enzo-less Cass re-debuted on Raw after however many years.
I mean, I guess it didn't really surprise me because I kind of knew the buzz behind it a little bit, and it didn't catch me off guard. But I hope it's better. I hope it gets better.
Yeah.
It just seemed a little underwhelming. I don't remember who exactly he came out there and screwed up the match for.
He took out Javon Evans.
Yeah,
after
like
his.
Why Javon Evans? If he's gonna build him up, maybe.
Well, he's got the crazy eyes going on. I'll give him that. I must have had a brain lapse or something, because I gotta be on. I didn't know the guy. I'm like, who is this?
Oh snap!
I mean, I'm just being real. I mean, I guess there's times when I went through a period where I wasn't watching WWE as much, but you know, here of late, I pretty much watch it every week. But that's the first I see the guy.
I remember us watching it back when they were around, but that's the thing, you don't remember him because he was pretty much the silent guy in the group. You know, Enzo, if you saw
Yeah.
Enzo, you would be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
those guys. But
Okay.
Cass by himself, it's like, huh? I thought we were getting the tag team back, to be honest. And the fact that they, like, I saw them doing the vignettes, like, you know, talking about him coming back, but I still thought they would come back as a tag team. But he comes back as a singles guy, and it's like, eh.
He came in, though. I mean, Javon still won the match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came in at the end. So Javon, I think, became the number one contender for the IC or something.
So Javon had a whole match. You know, what was he trying to be like Money in the Bank or something? I'm gonna come in and mess you up when you're tired, and I don't know.
That kind of seems
like
to
make it a little more exciting for me.
That sounds like a
my
B
favorite
move.
thing.
You think, you know, he would go after someone with a little more, you know, a little more power like Cody or so? I don't know. It just seemed kind of forced to me. I don't know. Like, we don't really have anything else to do with you, Cass, but here you can just go do this with Javon afterwards. But I don't know. Just seemed kind of weird.
Is it kind of the same thing as the Baron Corbin thing? Do you guys see it as a bigger deal? Or I guess Pat would see it as a less bigger deal because he didn't even know the guy. But he remembered Baron Corbin.
I do remember Baron.
Right.
You know,
So there you go.
I thought it was great that he came back and, you know, he won again. He beat Williams again, and I thought that was a good move, you know, on WWE. You know, whoever decided who wins or loses, you know, for the storyline, I think it was better that way, you know. But speaking of Corbin, yeah, he hit him with the belt. That's what heels do, right?
Correct.
Textbook.
Yeah, I mean, so he
oldest
did
trick in the book.
Yes, Javon Evans was a little more. I mean, not Javon Evans, but Baron Corbin.
So I guess the jury's still out on Big Cass, and if anyone's really going to care about this re-debut of him, it didn't seem.
I'm sorry, Bob.
It didn't seem like anyone really cared in the crowd, and it kind of seems like that's where we're going with that. So.
Yeah, I would like if I was booking the
Good
stuff.
luck.
I would be hoping, you know, at least get a little crowd reaction, but it was just kind of crickets. You know what I mean?
For sure. And also, speaking of which, well, we also got crickets on the front as far as Raw goes. You know, I was sitting there wondering what exactly was going to happen. You know, we had Oba. They kind of started an Oba Braun Breaker thing. We don't hear from Brock. Funny enough, the next day he goes on Pat McAfee and makes the retirement announcement on McAfee. What do you guys think about him doing the announcement on there as opposed to doing something on Raw or something like that? Do you take issue with it? What do you think about it? Pat, let's start with you.
Oh, you want to start with me?
You start this time. He started last time.
Nothing Brock does surprises me. You know, he's so, you know, he doesn't why he comes. He just does his own thing, and I think it just goes right along with his personality. You know, do I think something's up? Because okay, he's probably not really retired. Then they're going to carry that. There's going to be another match. You know, all this stuff comes into play, and that's what makes it so exciting to watch. But no, I think he retired, and it was fine. At least he did it. you know.
No one's ever really retired till death.
Yeah.
I don't know, James, what do you think?
I guess it is what it is. You know, I really don't see a problem with it, and I'm guessing I don't know the scoop exactly, but it sounds like maybe that the IWC are a little salty at this because he chose to do it on McAfee's show as opposed to. But I mean, when you're Brock Lesnar, you can just do whatever you want. You know, I don't care.
I don't know if anyone's really salty about it. I haven't really seen a lot of discourse about it, one way or another. I just thought it was interesting and wanted to get your guys' opinion on it.
It is
'Cause I thought it
interesting.
was,
I'll give you that.
you know,
Just I remember my wife telling me like several months ago, you know, that Brock was retiring even before his balk at WrestleMania. So it kind of doesn't
Right.
shock me. I figured this was his last run anyways with Oba.
yeah, no, it just, I think they purposefully saved it as a ESPN thing or as a McAfee thing, you
To
know,
maybe,
whoever.
you know, maybe
Yeah.
not make the show about Brock. He doesn't want to steal spotlight from Oba maybe, and it's out of respect that he does it on the McAfee show.
Well, that too, and you know, it gave ESPN and McAfee something to do. He's basically, you know, owns ESPN now. I don't know. I mean, they've given him a lot of money, from what I understand. So,
Or yeah, like you said, maybe it's one of those just weird sponsorship deals where they're obligated to have something for ESPN to shoot, and that's what they gave him.
a super successful podcast.
You
And
don't
on the
think
oth-
they could still do one like in Minnesota or something, his hometown or something, or still do one on Raw or something?
You know, they might. I don't think we'll see him for a while. Maybe down the line they have him come make an appearance, and then they have like a post-show beer bash sort of thing, like they've done for guys in the past, you know. But I don't know.
Huh?
I don't think
Okay.
we see that for a while, though.
No,
Just to be
no.
honest.
I've never
Yep.
seen it done like that.
If Brock doesn't get a TB send off, I don't think he'll care too much either way.
Yeah,
I get.
it's just Brock Lesnar, man. I mean, the guy is just, he doesn't do anything by the book, right?
I guess that was the send-off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's,
I mean-
it's kind of like Debo. It's my bike. That was
He
my
said,
send-off.
You know, I am the past. I guess he meant literally, I am the past. I'm not even going to be in this, you know.
Have you guys ever checked out the Undertaker's podcast? Have you ever stumbled across it?
I may
Yeah,
have
a little
seen
bit.
a couple parts and bits of it, but I really haven't really watched one.
Well,
I just know people were mad about like Michelle McCool on it all the time, and like it was Michelle McCool's
Yes.
show.
yes, they replaced. Well, he did. He started it with just like a buddy,
Yeah,
and then WWE got a hold of it and started producing it, and that's when they changed to Michelle McCool. And yes, people were mad about that, but he made a comment this week to someone in some interview saying that basically when his run is up on this thing in a few months, his contract with whoever to do the podcast, he says that he's done. And then he ain't going to do it no more. Says he hates doing it.
The Undertaker, yeah.
Yeah, right. So I just thought that was also, what's your guys' take on this? Why do you think Taker hates doing podcasting? Do you just not see him as a podcasting guy? What's the deal with this?
I think he's one of those old school guys. You know, he's real he loves keeping kayfabe alive, and he just
Yeah.
he doesn't really like talking about the business all that much, and I think he doesn't really enjoy, you know, exposing the business in a way to say it, you know. So I just believe he's guarded the industry for so long, and he just tried out the podcast thing, and it's not for him. it really makes the fans turn against him as well. I've noticed like just fans don't like the podcast and him being on TV so much with the
Yeah.
LFGs and all that. They're just kind of sick
Yeah.
of seeing him,
I
which
can
is
see that.
sad because it's the Undertaker. I still love the guy.
How much Taker is too much Taker? Pat, any thoughts?
Maybe he just, he spent so long in the doing this, where he didn't really have much of a, if you think about the time these guys spend in the public and stuff and losing out a little bit on the personal stuff, like kids and stuff like that. He might just not want to do it anymore. Just like I put in my time. I don't need a broadcast, I'll just come to WrestleMania and choke slam someone every couple years,
From what I understand, he also has the book at this AAA thing. So maybe that's like,
Oh, he's doing something at AAA.
yeah, he's the booker, from what I understand. Like
okay.
like
Well, I
all
guess
this is
he's not
his deal
sick of
now.
it.
Right.
So maybe he's just done with the podcast thing because he has this. He can
Doesn't have
actually
enough
book now,
time.
yeah, and he can just actually work behind the scenes.
I think that might be part of it, but I also think part of what you said too, James, there's merit to that as well. And also your point as well, Pat. It kind of is what it is, but it's an interesting take. So then we go into SmackDown, and I wanted to get your guys' opinion on this. I thought that this was just right off the rip here, okay? The show starts with who came out first? It was Cody, right? Cody comes out, was calling out Orton, but Punk comes out instead. Cody ends up leaving. Kevin Owens comes out as Cody's leaving. And I just thought it was super funny that, like, Kevin Owens walks right by the guy that broke his neck, right? To go, like, confront CM Punk. I know he's the number one contender, but I just thought, like, didn't Cody break his freaking neck? Isn't he the guy that broke his neck? Am I misremembering this?
Oh, with Sami Zayn.
Oh, it was Sammy.
They had that crazy non-sanctioned match.
It wasn't it like a ladder match or something?
Yeah, and
Okay.
Kevin did like a swanton through he did a swanton through the ladder.
It doesn't matter. It's not like we're on CBS or something like that.
Yeah, But I'd like to keep it PG.
But okay. That maybe makes some more sense. But
he did beef with Cody all the time. Before the Sami Zayn thing, he was in a blood feud with Cody.
Right, and they argued backstage, and
yeah,
so he still kind of ignored the fact that Sammy broke his neck. Pat, what's your thoughts on all this stuff? These new feuds and how this all played out on SmackDown?
I think they're trying to make feuds and go places with the storyline, and they're still figuring it out, because that was kind of. I thought he went in there. I could see why he went in with Punk because, I think Kevin's thing was like, you guys are kind of overlooking someone here. I'm supposed to have the next match, not Cody, right?
Right.
So I thought it was funny as hell.
Well, Cody's focused on Orton, and then you got this Owens match.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know if you caught it, but Owens wants this match on SmackDown in like 2 weeks. In Toronto. So yeah, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, that was like, yeah. part of the storyline, I guess.
It's more than likely that's just the start of this whole thing. You know, we're gonna get some kind of, there'll be some sort of schmoz that will actually lead to another match, and I guess Money in the Bank would be the next PLE we've got coming up, I do believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Correct. Then it's it's Money in the Bank. Then we go to Survivor Series, I believe.
And guys, one last thing I have here for you guys, and I'll turn it over to you if you guys have anything else you want to throw out there. But another big story coming out of SmackDown: Chelsea Green apparently has broken the orbital bone in her face off of the match that they had with Fatal Influence or what have you in that tag match. So I think from what I've read, she's going to be able to work maybe with like a face thing, so she might not have to like miss time. But man, is this WWE women's title cursed or what, bro?
So, go ahead, James.
No, you go. I went first last time.
What were they calling that belt? It wasn't the regular champions. What, the intermediate or?
She was the interim champion. Yeah. But then they just introduced her as the champion on SmackDown. So it was kind of, I don't know if they meant to do that. But
I mean, you know, to be honest with you, it almost makes you wonder if it was just, it's all a, you know, part of the storyline. We're going to make her interim, and then she knocks her eye out of her socket. I mean, who knows? Do we have a doctor's report? Do we know this is real yet?
From what I understand, it's a legit injury.
Okay.
Like, you know, they didn't want this to happen to the, you know, person that they just put the title on, I don't think.
Isn't that what happened to Rhea when she was doing the whole face mask thing? Isn't that what happened to Rhea as well?
I don't know if it was the same injury.
I could see Chelsea Green, I could see her coming out with a mask on or something instead of giving the belt up, but
that could be where we're going with it.
But maybe it's hard to wrestle with one eye, I guess. It didn't come out, right?
Well,
like
no.
Her eye didn't pop out.
She broke the bone right here.
Oh.
This bone right here, orbital bone.
Oh, yeah. It'd be hard to wrestle with that, huh?
Yeah, she probably need like the AC green face mask thing, you know?
Yeah.
The protection.
And also try to work around it, probably, you know, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, if she got it, I kind of feel bad for her, you know? The real injuries.
Yeah, it's been the WWE lately. Just as soon as something catches a little momentum, someone gets hurt, you know? Look at the Vision. That's been their luck this last couple years.
Well, especially the women's title on that side, it seems like that's just kind of been like you at least go back to Rhea and then whatever else happened.
Liv Morgan got hurt.
Maybe not that title, but Vakir with the other title, but she's back now. That's another thing.
Out of nowhere.
You think Royce should be bleeding out of his mouth if it doesn't look real? I mean,
the blood pill.
Yeah, like, oh my God, that looks like ketchup, you know?
It was his ribs, brother.
His ribs.
What do you guys think of the Shinsuke? Shinsuke is going to be coming back with a new partner to take out the MFTs.
I'm looking forward to that. I love Shinsuke myself.
Yeah, I wonder who it'll be.
Maybe Evil from NXT, maybe.
Evil, yeah. That's some names I've been seeing.
Or and whatever he is, whatever he's called now, Samada or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Has he ever been in a group?
Is another name I've heard thrown around. Tanahashi.
Tanahashi.
That would be weird.
Yeah, that'd be a bit weird, yes.
That would be
I mean,
weird.
he's a damn freak by himself, so he gets with a couple guys. I think it'll be pretty cool.
And I don't know about the whole Haku thing. What do you like the Haku angle?
Yeah,
Haku.
Nah.
yeah,
Who's
Haku.
Haku? Huh?
You don't know who Haku is?
You talking about Fatu?
Haku.
Haku,
Oh,
the baddest man on the planet.
He's the MFT's new manager.
oh, I don't. I just watched Raw and
He
SmackDown.
has the Shredder staff thing going on.
The man used to manage. Oh, he didn't manage. He
Splinter.
used to tag team with Andre the Giant years ago in the Colossal Connection.
Oh wow.
He was when he went to WCW, he was known as Ming.
Yeah,
And,
Ming.
I was even young then, probably.
Yeah, and he was pretty.
I forgot he was Ming in WCW.
Yeah, same dude. He was Ming, and
Didn't he
then
have
he
the
came-
big poofy hair at that point in time?
that was like late WCW run, and then when he came back to WWE, and like, I guess it was after. It might have been before WCW closed. I think he came back for a minute. Maybe it was after. I don't know, but and then he pretty much retired after that.
Uh-huh. Glad to
But-
see him back though.
It's the bloodline, though, man.
Yeah. Got to
give
keep
me
it
a
going.
job.
Shit.
Give me a
Well,
freaking job. What was that, Pat? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask you two a question.
Go
Do
ahead.
you think Raw and SmackDown, WWE on the whole, the last, let's just say this year, has been as entertaining as they always been? They going up, they going down. You've been entertained. The storylines and stuff. Well, what do you guys? You still love it?
I'm invested. I mean, I'm here for it. You know what I mean? That's part of the inspiration of doing this show again.
That's true.
You know? Yeah,
That's a good
no, it's
point.
fine. It's fine. You know what I mean? It's definitely, I think it's cooled off since Bloodline time.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, but I'm waiting for them to come up with the next thing, you know, and I think we're just, you know, it's going to happen really any time now, hopefully
Yeah.
naturally. What do you think, James?
I like it. It's been a couple years since Vince has been gone, and I think they've done way better than when Vince was in charge there at the end. I think they kind of were losing touch with reality for a bit, and Triple H kind of brought him back a little bit. Then they did this whole Tony Khan merger thing, and it just seems like Triple H doesn't have as much pull anymore. So the product is just kind of, some spots are cool depending on who produces the spot, and like I think that the agents have way more like power, or they have way more influence over the product, you know. I believe that some agents do a great job than other agents like not so great, you know, like it's like you could tell that's a Pritchard thing, or you know, it's like I just wish they'd let the good producers produce more matches, you know, instead of the same old Michael Hayes match. Or it just seems like it's too repetitive. Like it's just the same stuff with different faces.
They could probably use some new agents. I'll agree with that on the whole, for real.
Yeah.
I don't think that's one thing that could probably use a little bit of freshening up.
And I believe Triple H just takes a lot of the heat for when these guys suck. You know what I mean? It's like he's out there and he
Right.
takes the blame for most of it.
Triple H is ruining everything, is what they say.
Yeah. Like, come on, he's fucking awesome. You know, you've seen him back in the day. Even when he wrestled, he was great. You know, he gets the business. So to say
Yeah,
he
I
sucks
agree.
is crazy to me.
I still love the WWE. I mean, absolutely. But yeah, I agree with what you both are saying.
You know, when we talk about the things that annoy us on here, you know, like some of the ad stuff, you know, we talked about that last week. It's
Yeah.
kind of annoying, you know, but it kind of is what it is, you know. You kind of think about it, that is the world. I was just talking, you know, I remember like in baseball, the whole having ads on the outfield wall thing, that was like a joke in Major League too. You know, it was like a joke. But then it like became reality, you know what I mean? Now it's just like this accepted thing, kind of like how this is all going to be, I think. You know, it's just advertising.
Yeah, it's almost like if you don't see an ad nowadays, you're kind of like, where's the ad? You know, like, where is it? You know, you're looking for it.
You guys, it's been an awesome pleasure. We got to wrap this up and roll to some jams. And then I'm going to be back with the Big Vito T-Man to do some AEW talk. Real Reedy, folks.
Right on.
Check him out over on YouTube. Thank you for joining me, guys. Until next time. Thank you, you guys rock. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Let's rock out for a bit. We'll be back with Vito. Keep it locked on Horns and Headlocks. Let's go. Live on Mixcloud. Join us every Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific Time live. That's how you're going to hear the show live and uncensored every week with all the headbanging goodness. Podcast versions of the episodes are available 24/7 on Spotify and YouTube. Thank you for listening and keep it locked. What's up, dudes? Welcome back. Horns and Headlocks. It is Sunday night here, and we're going to keep the party rolling. And without any further ado, boom, look, it worked right off the bat. I didn't have to press nothing. Big Vito T in the house. What's up, my man?
Yo, is my sound on too? Did we get it 100%? It is. Whoa.
We have just been checking off every box left and right. So
man,
awesome.
We're flowing smooth like butter.
Feel me flow. If you feel me, though, come and feel me flow. That's some of those 90s jams right there.
Damn right. Yeah.
Well,
dude, what's
good
up?
To see you, my man.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Happy Horns and Headlocks time.
Sure.
I got some stuff here we got to discuss. You know, it's kind of, you know, since we were doing the SummerSlam episode last week, a lot of AEW stuff kind of got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, I pulled up some concepts that we can discuss today instead of just results. I got some big news in AEW that are running right now. So let's see what you got and see what I got and make a little show here.
That's awesome.
All right.
We'll go back and forth on that and see what we can do here. I mean, basically the biggest thing I think, as far as new stuff, probably the Jim Ross having brain surgery is kind of up there. I think.
I missed this somewhere.
What's your take on this? He's going to have it this week, I believe, this Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Okay, no, I did hear a passing thing about that. I didn't get into the article, but I did see something about that. Yeah, I wish him the best. You know, people online have been saying that he's past his prime and stuff, but I don't care. I love a good JR call anytime. I don't care if he makes a flub or whatnot. People always make flubs, so I love JR, and I'll hear him call a match until he can't talk anymore.
Well, we found out that he said he had dementia or something like that. Now he was having some other health issues, I guess, or maybe it was related to this, and now this brain surgery. So it just sounds like super serious and scary. Can't imagine. I mean, I had surgery on my ear once. It was close to my brain. That was scary enough. Can't imagine them
I don't
actually
know about
working on my
that.
brain.
I don't want no one
So,
touching my brain, and I got a
right.
brain condition, so I don't. Oh, I don't
Well,
want no one coming near my brain.
what do you got for top story?
Well, your guy's back.
Yes, I do have that here as well. MJF returns, and he's doing this gimmick where he's just calling himself the champion.
Yeah. Well, he's pissed
So,
at old Andrade.
right. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It just like I like that MJF's back. I don't get where they're going with this whole thing. Hopefully, I mean, can you maybe just kind of help me understand? I mean, are they gonna insert him into the match? Are they doing him and Andrade? I mean, what do you think's gonna happen?
Well, there is a match coming up where they're gonna do because when he came in, he announced himself he wanted to be in the All In Casino Gauntlet match. That was his big announcement coming in. So there's going to be a match seeing if he can actually go into that. There's going to be a triple threat match with him going into that, I guess. And I believe I have it here. I don't remember exactly who was in it, but I have it here, right here, I think. I don't see. I had it come up, but I'll see if I can find it while we're discussing it here. But the one thing I really wanted to talk about, well, I will finish off on an MJF thing before I move on. Um, I see that they're having him come back as a bitter MJF, and I think that's a thing that is a problem with him. I noticed a lot of times they bring him back as a bitter MJF, and that's what he's kind of been shoehorned as, which I'm not a fan of, and not sure if you're a huge fan of it or not either.
It's some of the same dimensions we've seen. I mean, like you've said, I mean,
Yeah,
we saw some different dimensions. That's when I think he's at his best, but he's just kind of playing the hits when it comes to that, I think.
yeah. Um, so where is it? I saw it on here that there's going to be a triple threat match. And he's going to be in it. I don't know. I'll come up with it. But he's going to be in it for the number 2 spot, qualifying spot. And it's going to be this next week. And to see if he can be in the Casino Gauntlet match, basically.
So they're not putting him in the title match at all.
No. No.
But wait a minute. But if he goes to the Casino Gauntlet, what does he win if he wins that? He wins the title shot?
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
after Wembley.
he can't do it that same night. It's
No.
not like a Money in the Bank situation.
Yeah. I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. I like MJF, but they tend to shoehorn him into the same thing every time he ever comes back. He's bitter about what he lost and angry, and he's the best, youngest, best, coolest, And I wish he would have something else because he's super talented
Yeah.
and he shouldn't always have the bitter thing to come back on.
We need something. He needs to do like maybe do a group again or something. Maybe that would feel fresh.
Yeah, I like that.
Gosh, like just something, kind of take him out of the title picture maybe for a little bit.
Yes.
Not that I don't love seeing him there. I just think that, maybe.
Yeah, he needs freshness.
Maybe it's time to step back. Yeah.
Maybe if he maybe he doesn't get into the to the Casino Gauntlet. I know that's kind of crazy. Or maybe he just, after he loses the Casino Gauntlet, maybe he just goes on this program with one of the losers from the Gauntlet match. And I don't know. I would like him not to be in the title scene for a little bit. Not that he doesn't deserve it, but it'd
You
just be
know,
cool for him to go on a little tangent for a little while.
unless they're going to have him win it back and actually like do a really lengthy run with him again, then just like why bother? And I just don't think they're going to do that.
Yeah,
You know?
because he's capable of putting on good shows without a belt in his hand. So
They need to find whoever it's going to be that they are going to put the belt on, and that's going to be like for a while. And I guess it's going to be Osprey. You know, Osprey wins it, and then he holds it for like 2 years or something. You know what I mean? Then maybe. You know what I mean? I think they have to do something like that to get some attention and to really make it like a thing, you know?
yeah.
Because I think that was part of I know people hate me throwing these comparisons out, but like, you know, that's all like the WWE side of things. You know what I mean? Like, that's part of what made that's one way to make something important. And that's what they did with like Roman.
Yeah.
That's part of what made him so over, was just him having that long title reign where no one could beat him. Except with Osprey, they could do it to where like, hey, this guy doesn't have to cheat to do it. And he's kept it for 2 years because he's just a badass.
Yeah, but they need to make sure they have him defend it more than Roman.
Well, he will, yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. This one's kind of old news, Vito, but I wanted to get your take on this. The Mick Foley bark like a dog incident.
I'm not sure if
You didn't
I've
see
seen
this?
What was it?
Oh my God. So this was like a couple weeks ago. I want to say maybe it was on the Redemption pre-show, or maybe it was like on TV like right afterwards. But he was doing like a promo in the back, like where he was interviewing one of the female tag teams. I forget which one. I think it was like Jamie Hayter and whoever she's with now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And they told him, and part
Alex
of their
Windsor.
they told like one of the girls told him to like bow down, told Foley to bow down to them, you know, which I guess is like part of their thing. And so he gets down and he starts barking like a dog.
Oh my gosh.
He
no, I
gets
missed
down,
this.
he goes, woof, 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 woof. And like everyone thought it was like super weird and creepy. And then Foley came out later and said, I misheard them. I thought they told me to get down and bark like a dog. He's like, I didn't hear. He's like, I just misheard it. I thought that's what they told me to do, not bow down.
Oh
So
my
he's like,
gosh, that's so funny.
So he's like, I just
missed
did
that.
it. Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
man. It's yeah. It's just
Hey,
been
classic Foley though.
between that and the Jacques Rougeau story. Did you catch that one?
Yeah. Yeah, I caught that.
Jacques
I mean-
Rougeau with his own tribute tape shows up. Tony Khan is like, bro, we can't use this.
No.
And he
Yeah,
gets all
and then he's-
pissed off.
Yeah, and he's pissed because he can't have it his way with like some video footage that they probably don't have the rights to.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
He's like,
Dude.
"No, I got something for you. Don't worry." And he leaves the building all like an asshole.
That's just like
Yeah.
so the wrestling business, though, bro. Like stuff like that. I've seen stuff like that happen. What do you mean we
Yeah.
can't use this music? What do you
Yeah,
mean you?
exactly.
What do you mean you can't put my entrance in the recap?
Yeah.
Well, we
Oh
can't
man.
because you know the music it's copyrighted.
Does he really think that his okay, I don't want to be disrespectful to the career, but does he think his career warrants like quick redo of a thing of a video repackaging?
He was the
Is
Mountie,
he
brother.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
He was the Mountie,
I
and he
mean, I was
always
a
gets his
fan.
man.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
no, that's
I
great.
thought that was hilarious. What else do I got here? I got Hangman and Brodito winning the trios titles. That happened just this last week. That's pretty noteworthy.
Yep. Yep.
Big
That's
trio title change.
that was a good little thing. There was a little promo right before they won it that they said Hangman said they could be the good, the bad, and the ugly. And uh
This is
Brody's
what
like
he's doing now.
Brody's like, which one? Which one's the ugly one? And then Bandito and Hangman looked at each other and walked away. And Brody's like, hey, which one's the ugly one? And then
This
rushes off camera. It was a funny little moment.
this is what he's doing now.
Yeah.
You know, which this is
He
kind
can't
of
be
the
the
path.
he can't be the world champion, so he's got to do some
Right.
other exciting stuff.
This is kind of like what Kenny did, right?
Yep.
He kind of drifted out of, you know, he did the trios for a while and you know, I'm really sick. I turned off computer notifications. Why am I in the middle of this cast getting some update for Outlook?
No
I
one
don't even
wants an
use
update
it.
Outlook.
Pisses me off.
So I got something that we can discuss here,
Okay, I only got
and
a couple more, so shoot.
that's the Continental Cup.
Okay,
That's
the Continental Classic Cup or whatever
yeah,
they call it. Yeah.
yeah. Where we just had our first set of first round matches on
I did
Collision.
catch part of Collision.
Did you?
I watched the first match anyway, the Claudio and
And Ace Austin.
yeah.
So that's they're I've always liked this tournament. The only problem I have with this tournament is it strips a champion. That's the only thing I've always thought was weird of this. Unless the champion can come in and retain, but they gotta go through a whole tournament to keep it. And if they don't, they get stripped their title. That's all. That's the only weird thing I always thought about. But the match idea, the concept is cool. No outside interference. I've always liked that part. But but yeah, the first round matches came up. I'd throw those out there. Claudio defeated Ace Austin. Orange Cassidy defeated Matt Seidel. And let's see.
Cassidy came out to the
Yeah.
other theme.
Yeah.
Was that a new thing or what?
Yes.
I was like, what?
No, that was that was the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and Eddie Kingston.
I prefer that theme.
Yeah, me too. Eddie Kingston is wrestled Jake Doyle, and I believe Eddie Kingston won too. I think is what if I remember correctly.
All right. I'm looking forward to seeing some Nigel McGuinness matches.
Oh yeah, me too.
That was like the thing that stood out to me when looking at the field.
Yeah.
And we'll see if Moxley can get through it, you know. For sure.
Yeah, Moxley, that's the only thing he's fighting from below, man. That's that being my one problem with the Continental Classic. Moxley, I'm a fan of, and of course he's fighting from below. He's got to fight to keep it. So And it's
Yeah,
a long tournament. There's a lot of good guys in it. I was gonna list those off real quick just so we can get a reminder who's in it.
it'll be a fun thing to watch throughout the summer. Absolutely. Take me through it.
Yeah. So we got Mox the champ. What you just said, Nigel McGuinness. I'm excited to see some of his. Jay
Yeah.
White, who I think he might be work injured. Not sure. David Finley's been making sure something about him trying to injure him. I love David Finley, who is also in this tournament. Roderick Strong, Claudio, as we saw, Jack Perry, who said he's looking for John Moxley. Jack Perry is got Moxley in his sights. Uh, Shibata's in this. I'm excited. I love Katsuhiro
Nice.
Shibata. Kyle O'Reilly, Eddie Kingston, like I said, Jack Doyle, Matt Seidel, who wrestled, Ace Austin, Orange Cassidy, Brian Cage, and Hechicero, who's part of Don Callis' family. He won the International Prix in CMLL. Tapped out Claudio Castagnoli in Arena, Mexico.
Okay.
So that out there. Little extra
Yeah,
tidbit.
people were kind of talking smack about the field. I think it's an interesting one.
Yeah.
You don't have to have it be a bunch of stars necessarily and stuff like that. Here we
No,
go again.
there's
More
stories.
computer messages.
I like the stories that come out. There's
Stop.
all three members of the conglomeration are in it. That's good.
Right.
Good story right there. A couple members of the Don Callis family. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Gonna be fun. I want to get your takes on a couple more things here, Vito. Motor City Machine Guns debut. Pretty sweet. That happened over the last couple weeks in
Yeah,
AEW.
I love the guns.
So
I love the guns.
be nice for them to be around. It's kind of a given, that they show up. But
Just waiting for one more tag team to show up.
yeah. Wait till
Waiting for a new day.
the old knight shows up. Maybe they'll be called the old knight. I don't know. And also, ICP made an appearance.
Oh my goodness.
The legendary Insane
I totally
Clown
forgot
Posse.
about that. I thought about bringing that up the other day too. That's right, to do the ice bucket challenge. How cool is that? And Rhino.
I don't know, just kind of a cool thing to see.
Were you a Juggalo brand?
I am not ashamed to admit that I did have some juggalo tendencies.
ICP is still on my playlist. I've been known to bump the Great Malenko from time to time.
Bro, I was driving the other day and, I'll put my liked songs on shuffle. Chicken Huntin' came on, bro. The remix. Bro, that slaps so hard still to this day.
That song. I love that song. Yeah.
I ain't ashamed of it.
No.
Ain't ashamed of it at all.
No. I'm an ICP fan. What you got?
One last thing I have for you, and then I'll let you finish it out with whatever else you got if you have anything. I want to get your take on, have you seen this thing about AJ Styles' kid?
Oh, yes.
So
I was
AJ
just
Styles'
reading about
kid
that today.
booked at a GCW show and apparently gets a bunch of heat from guys because he didn't help set up the ring or take it down or both.
They just asked him to put up chairs.
That's what happened.
Can you put up chairs?
And he said no.
Hid in the back of the lock. He said no, and then went and hid in the locker room until it was all set up.
Okay, because I misread it. Now, if that's the story, that's BS. You could put up a few chairs.
Yeah, that's what the text
before
read.
the marks get in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's the least you could do. At least it wasn't ring work. But
No. They from what I read, it was just chairs. They weren't asking him to turn screws or anything. They just put up chairs. I've put up chairs almost every show for a power pit. Are you kidding me? I mean, from when I was security, when I was referee, when I was just a fan at the show.
how many
I mean,
dues do you got to pay? You know what I mean? Like,
and then
I don't know.
the best part is AJ coming out and saying, he says, you don't invite someone to dinner and ask them to do the dishes. How out of touch are you with the wrestling? Tell me, tell me you forgot about the Indies without telling me you forgot about the Indies, because the AJ Styles forget where he came from.
It really just like, to me, that's kind of established, maybe, I guess, between, that's kind of when you're working that out. I would think when you're a worker, right? If they were paying this guy like star money to come in and work, then I think it's okay. I don't see it being a big deal. Like, right, if you're paying him as like an outside star, I don't think you would expect any outside star that you were paying like top money to
Yeah.
do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, are they asking Matt Cardona to put up chairs? You know what I mean? So that's kind of the thing. If they were giving him, if that's how they were bringing him in, giving him that type of money, then okay. But if the deal was, hey, we're just doing you a favor. Yeah, you're AJ Styles' kid. AJ might be there or whatever, but like, but make no mistake about it. Like, you're a grunt,
Yeah.
That should have been established before he even showed up, I guess, but I guess not.
I don't know. It's
Anyway.
Your first time with the company. You show up there. No one's ever heard of you. All you are is AJ Styles' son. I'd never heard of him when I first saw his name brought up. So it's
Yeah.
like, and at GCW, I mean, Brody Lee's son, Brody Lee wrestles there, Junior. -1.
Oh, wow.
He wrestles for GCW.
He's like 12 now or something.
Yeah. Well, no, I think he's closer to like,
He's like a
I think he's like
teenager now.
15, 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting up there. But no, he wrestles for GCW on occasion. I bet you he's helped set up chairs. So it's
Probably.
like, I don't know. I'm with the promoter on this one, because whenever we had shows in the chairs, wrestlers would come out and put up chairs to wrestlers who got there early. I've seen them help out with our chairs. I'm just saying, at Power Pit. I'm just saying.
And it's not like, GCW is like a big indie. It's not like they're a small one either. You know what I
No.
mean? Like, they're pretty much like one of the bigger, if not the biggest indie technically out there. So
I
I
mean,
think
they're
that
one of the biggest.
you can't, you just
I
might
mean, you
want to
got,
just be cool, but I
they're
don't know.
one of the, I think they're one of the top 5 in America. Let's see, they got WWE, AEW, which is Ring of Honor. I'm not going to make those separate. Ring of Honor is just a show of AEW. And then TNA. And then, well, I guess, is NWA still? Yeah, NWA is still a thing always. But and then GCW, as far as American, Hog, but GCW is bigger than House of Glory.
Dr. Leo Marvin, you know.
So
Vito, what else do you got for me, my man? What
I
else?
was just gonna discuss the All In card that's coming up at the end of this month.
Okay. We have
as it were.
all right. What do we got?
Willow Nightingale, Mercedes Monet for the AEW Women's Championship. That's going to be Willow just getting the title and only holding it for about a month. I'm not sure how that's going to go over. Do you think Mercedes is going to win at All In?
I'll save my predictions for when we get kind of closer. We'll kind of
Yeah,
see how it plays out a
that's
little
the
more.
one thing I'm having a problem with. If they
Yeah.
would have not had Willow, who's like a big fan favorite, coming back winning 2 titles in the same month, I wish they wouldn't have had her win right now, because
Right.
I don't feel good about her winning it, being a champion for a month, and then Mercedes having her big moment, winning the title for the first time at Wembley, taking it from her like that. But anyway,
Right.
I just want to throw that little tidbit out there. Of course, Kenny Omega and Ospreay for the title. We got Cage and Cope versus the Bucks for the title. Andre El
Okay.
Idolo is the first person to enter the gauntlet. And then the Continental Cup finale. Then
Whatever that
we
ends up being.
have Lena Cross and Megan Bain is Divine Dominion. That's the name of their tag team. And those two girls are women, I should say. Those two women are brutal. I've watched a couple of their matches like on YouTube. I've gone back and watched them because I'll admit that I actually forgot their names in the tag team. So
Right.
I had to go back and watch their matches to give them the respect they were due. And they're brutal. And so they're gonna wrestle the Brawling Birds, Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor. So for the women's tag team championship. So
I
the
did
6
not
matches,
know.
that's what we got.
I did not realize that the tag title match is what it's going to be with Cage and Cope and Bucks. Looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah.
And we'll do a
Me
full
too.
scale. Yeah, we'll do a full scale rundown of the card and talk our predictions. A couple weeks. We still have a few
Yeah.
weeks, but
Oh yeah, for sure.
looks like
I
it's
just want to
shaping
keep
up.
doing updates.
Looks like
the
it's shaping up pretty damn good.
Yeah, seeing the Continental Cup fill out is going to be really good, and be watching closely to those matches, and seeing who is going to be qualifying for that Casino Gauntlet is also going to be very interesting to watch. So those are two really big things to watch in AEW coming up.
Watch your AEW, folks. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to watch both. It's okay to like both.
Yes.
Vito,
It's where
my man,
the best wrestle.
I appreciate you so much stopping by. This has been awesome. Gonna go ahead and throw to a little break here, and then I gotta come back and finish it up with my bro talking some Raider news. Hopefully we'll still have some time to do that before 10 o'clock, because I'm getting off of here at that time because I gotta eat.
Gotta eat.
Man's gotta eat, because I'm whoring myself out for cheeseburgers again.
All right.
My gosh. I want to thank you. Thanks for stopping by, Vito. We'll
Always
check
a
you next
pleasure.
time, my man.
I'll see you next Sunday. Go Raiders.
Let's rock on. Raider Nation, let's go. What's up, dudes? Welcome back to Horns and Headlocks. Here we go. Aren't here to waste your time. Thank you for keeping it locked. We're here to close the night out strong. Let's go to my main man, Jeremiah Rock, a.k.a. J-Rock. What's up, dude? Thank you for joining me here. Better late than never, huh?
I can do it.
There we go.
What? I'm sorry. What'd you ask?
Better late than never. Just asked how you were doing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. I was still just amazed that you went through with the introduction. So, so anyway, I love it though. I love it.
I'm surprised I remembered with the brain I have. But
I almost saw your wheels turning. It was funny.
but no, man, I gotta get smarter about what we're doing here on the show, you know, because it's like what I've just found, and I've got to tap out. I've got to ultimately just tap out and give up. It's very hard to keep the segments down to 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to just talk to me for 15 or 20 minutes.
Well,
Like no one's happy with it. Like everyone wants to talk like at least 30, 40 minutes. And it's just kind of becoming an issue. As you can see now, here we are. But it's fine.
there's a lot of people out there that would, you know, totally take your problems in a millisecond. But
We want the airwaves. So I don't know what I got to do. You know, maybe I just kind of rotate. You know, maybe we do the WWE thing one week and then the AEW thing the next week. That way everyone has more than enough time. And then that doesn't affect our segments or the boys' segments, or I don't know. We're going to be doing some retooling, but enough of my jarring. We're here to talk some Raiders.
yes,
We're
sir.
We're deep into Raider camp, bro.
Yes, we are.
We're deep into camp. First game is coming up very soon. Right off the rip, we had a huge fight between Crosby and Cousins, I guess. Some say it's huge, some say it was nothing. What's your take on all this?
So it's definitely two of our stars, two of our leaders. I will probably never know this. I just would love to know like what was going on in Max's mind, where he felt he needed to have that level of aggression for a 14-year veteran, and it is practice, and it's like, yeah, buddy, we know you'll get there, in the games. You don't have to show us, in the practice,
Right. But
And,
Kirk's got to be ready for that. It's like, they got to be ready, man,
yeah.
at the same time. So I get it, but I also, yeah.
So I from what everything I've read and heard and understand, they're buddies outside, off the field. This isn't something that's like going to carry into the season or anything like that. And
Yeah.
what would it be? What would a Raider camp be without a couple, Donnybrooks? I mean,
Some scuffs here and there, right?
yeah. So for me, yeah, it was news or whatever. It's because it's two big names, and we are usually a dumpster fire, and so everybody's kind of trying to jump on, you know what I mean, the kind of negativity of it all. But I honestly, it's going to blow over in 2 weeks. We will have forgotten about it. So
Is it just me, or did this happen before with someone? Wasn't it like Jimmy G or someone over the years? It seems like it's happened once or twice where Max has kind of tussled with these QBs, and it's like, dude, just imagine having to practice against that guy.
So
It's almost not fair, but
yeah, he went out to answer your question. He did go after Jimmy G.
right.
He did go. He did go after. Oh, I'm drawing a blank here. I know you know who I'm talking about. Gardner. He went after Gardner Minshew.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
The
there's a
guard dog.
Minshew thing too. Yeah.
So he went after those two guys. But if you think about it, it's never been reported that he went after Carr. Never been reported that he went after Geno.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
so there might be something to that. What that is,
It's too hard to practice against him, man. That's the thing. It's just, these quarterbacks, they, I would just maybe put it up to the quarterbacks who just can't handle the heat, and they maybe yap too much, and then it gets heated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think things would be, maybe I'd feel different about it if Fernando wasn't waiting in the wings and Fernando didn't get a bunch of reps with, first team, after this happened. That's
I hate to say it.
That's another piece of it too. I mean,
I hate to say it. I know we want this slow, gradual thing for Fernando and all that, but just based off of the first little clips that I've seen, I've watched these things back a few times. But if you do a side by side of just Kirk moving as opposed to Fernando moving out there, it's like night and day, dude.
Oh.
And it's like, I don't know if Kirk's just taking it easy, but Fernando's tape looks like you hit fast forward compared to Kirk's, to me.
Well, I'm a fan of the Carr family. I love Derek. I also really respect and appreciate David's point of view on things. David Carr was on the other day and kind of poked fun at Kirk and how he was running his wind sprints. And I guess
See, there you go.
Kirk caught wind of it and I guess, tried to kind of, show off that he could, be faster or whatever. But yeah, to your point, absolutely. I mean, we're talking, there's, a very wily veteran, a very experienced veteran. He's won in this league a lot. Have all the respect for him in the world, but I'm with you on what you said. Yeah.
Well, we mainly wanted to talk about the O-line. That's kind of where we were in this camp report. We are pretty against the wall on time though, but I don't want to rush it. So if we go a little bit long, I really don't care.
Okay.
Let's talk about this real quick, but it'll be pretty concise because let's just say that as a whole, here is how, at least this is the depth chart up on ESPN. This is how our projected offensive line is. Okay, so you got, of course, Linderbaum at center. We all know about that big acquisition
you can write
in the off season.
Write that one in pen. Yeah.
Anchoring that in. On the right, at guard, they have JPJ, and then at tackle, DJ Glaze.
Now, Charles Grant is, Caleb Rogers. Caleb Rogers is kind of competing for that starting role with JPJ, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
So you'd say he's, because ESPN has him listed as third.
Okay.
They have Trey Zune the third projected as the second, but of course these are basically just projections.
Right.
So perhaps Caleb Rogers overtakes him, is what you're saying.
Well, my source has Zune as a reserve tackle. So,
okay,
we know that he can play both. He can also play center. So yeah.
Okay.
So,
well, there you go.
Yeah.
I've also got listed as possible backups here: Dalton Wagner, Isaiah Jada.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Now on the left, we've got Spencer Burford and Colton Miller, obviously.
Yeah.
And then, there's some depth pieces over there on that side. Antonio Maffei, Kamar Missouri, Nicholas Henning. And then they have our backup centers listed as Jordan Meredith and Will Putnam.
Yep. That's what I have, yeah.
Jordan Meredith, has he been with us for a while? It's his 4th season.
I don't know, but he does have experience at guard. So with the center, position pretty much lined up, of course we definitely need, somebody backups and,
The name,
Pat Reed's
so
favorite position, the long snapper.
you got to have a long snapper.
So
Let's check out his Jordan Meredith, Bowling Green. So, not really the most serious alma mater there, but be that as it may, Kentucky boy
yeah,
from Bowling Green. Why is this taking so long? Here we go.
one of the
Oh no, wait. Okay, that was his high school, but he's out of Western Kentucky at college, so still a Kentucky boy
one of the
at
real
heart.
things, Brandon, is the fact that we have, from what I understand, one of the better O-line coaches. He's
He's
been
with us for 4 years the whole
Kubiak,
time.
like for a bit. They're very familiar with each other. As a matter of fact, we have, as far as like offensive coaches, I mean, does it get any better than what we've got? Based on the last like 3 years, let's say. I mean, I would take the Pepsi challenge with this coaching staff up against just about anybody. But
I hope so, man.
yeah, me
I
too.
really hope so, because it's like it's just hard to not get down and feel like we've been sold the same bill of goods year after year. But this could really be the final start over point. We talked about this a lot off the air. Like just imagine where this franchise would be if the Gruden thing hadn't happened at all. Now it's finally like it's time to let Kubiak dig in and give him the reins for at least a few years to see what happens. Just trust someone for some time and just, let's ride this thing out. I'm just sick of all the turnover.
Right. Well, I'll tell you right now, like, not that this means anything, but just vibe wise, like I remember when we hired Josh McDaniel, I just had this feeling. Antonio Brown, honestly, I was hopeful about. Pete Carroll, I just kept coming back to the fact that if he's so good, why isn't he still in Seattle? And so with this regime,
Yeah, McDaniels was bad vibes for sure, just having the Patriot thing going on. But then again, then Brady became part owner, so it's like,
I'm hoping because, the league itself is so much better when we're, in the mix, and the AFC West, as usual, is ridiculously tough. I mean,
it is so tough.
There's just every team that we have to try and beat out for that division is like picks. They're picked for people pick them. A lot of those teams to at least be playoff teams, if not go all the way. So
both Wests, NFC West and AFC West, seems like the two toughest divisions.
Absolutely, yeah.
In football, at least on paper.
Out here in the West.
It's the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the worst.
I didn't mind it so much.
But yeah, so that's the thing, and it all starts with rebuilding this line. All honesty, if we're really talking turkey here, that is where it's all at, man. That's where football is played, down in the trenches. We get that figured out. Everything else is gravy. Skill players, to me, are a dime a dozen. There are some great ones. But we got to establish what we're doing up front, be able to beat people up. And if that's in place, then good things will happen.
100%. And to unleash Genty on the league,
Yes.
you know,
Unleash
because
him.
I think he's that talented. I really do. So
Unleash the fury, Mitch.
yeah.
Unleash the fury.
Real quick,
the.
real quick, Brandon, you have Glaze listed at right tackle, right?
Let me pull that back up
Okay.
here. Well, this is the ESPN
Yeah.
depth chart, but let's see what they have here.
Just a parting.
They have Glaze at right.
Right tackle. Yeah.
They have him at right tackle.
Yes.
Dalton Wagner and Jada behind him, but that's
Yes.
that's what ESPN has.
Yeah. So yeah, but he's first string. I really hope that he's had enough time now that he needs to put it all together. Maybe with Dennison's coaching and this new offense, maybe that's what it's going to take to, because I think he's got the potential to be like good. He just,
he's been kind of the hot button name, what I mean, and it's been really like, so it's kind of surprising to see him slotted in here as a starter, but give us a few weeks, this could all be changed. He could be cut tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, you never know.
He could be cut tomorrow, but then again, maybe he's first string because the coaches are seeing something this year that, has inspired them to kind of, to put him in that spot.
This will be his third season.
Yes.
So
he's had 2 seasons to kind of acquiesce to the league and what it's been, and he's been, he's been a Raider. So, I'm hoping with this offense, this, Rick Dennison, I have so much respect for him as a coach once I started doing research on him.
Third different coaching staff though. He's
Truly.
dealing with here.
Truly, but
so
how hopefully this coaching staff is and this offense, okay, the scheme itself is what it's going to take to solidify him, in that spot. And
Grant's a second-year guy. Kamar Missouri, he's a rookie out of Utah. That's on the other side of the line, though. Let's see here. This Antonio Maffei, we picked him back in 23, so this is like his 4th season. So he's been around. It's really now or never for him.
Yeah.
Let's see who else we got here. Zune and Pickett.
Yeah, so Colton, Burford, and Linderbaum, I think you can pretty much write and pin. The right side, though, I think is what's up for grabs. To me, is what's up for grabs.
Zune we picked this year.
I want Powers Johnson to be the starter, just simply the fact of being a homer and that he's a Duck. But,
Pickett as well out of Duke. So yeah, no, I mean it's very young. There's there's no one here besides Linderbaum that's really more than like a 3rd-year guy.
Yeah.
On this whole, Colton's been around for longer than that. I mean, but he's a starter.
Yeah, I want to say it's like his
2018. Wow, how in the world? How is that? How is he in his 8th season already? That's just crazy.
I was just getting ready to say 7th or 8th season. Yeah. So,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's hard to believe.
Little trivia for you. Do you remember who our offensive line coach was when we drafted Colton Miller?
2018.
I'll give you a hint. He was our head coach for a while. and we blew out the Broncos with him as the coach in Denver.
Oh my God. He was our head coach. Was he the head coach, obviously, after he was the O-line coach, right?
Yeah. What did Uli come over to fix in log jamming?
Tom Cable, the cable guy.
Yeah. Tom Cable. Yeah.
That was 2018.
Yeah. He was our O-line coach. Because remember that's
Oh, yeah. But he was our head coach before.
That's who Gruden hired, and he was
Yeah,
head
yeah,
coach. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And when we whipped up on the Broncos that year in Denver, I don't know if you remember that, but when we still Fadden and we ran the score up to like 50 plus points or something, it was grandiose. It was great.
Once a Raider, always a Raider. You know what I mean?
Truly.
Tom Cable, Art Shell. You know, and it goes for the coaching staff too. They, you know, a lot of people have had second runs.
Mm-hmm.
Why not, Josh? We'll take you back.
Yeah.
No, probably not ever. But you never know with Brady in the office.
Please no.
J-Rock, my man.
Because no.
I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. We went 10 minutes late. This is the overrun, as they call it in the business.
Hey.
But it was awesome.
What do you think of this, man? It's Double H, the Cerebral Podcast.
There you go. Hicks and Hicks, horns and headlocks.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
The symbolism is there.
Yes. No doubt.
I wanna give a shout out here real quick. Peace out, J-Rock. You can hang out with me while I end the show if you'd like. But a couple comments here I want to get to. Crazy Gamer 2016, bro, for like 6 years you were gone, and everyone stuck around like, please keep doing this. And then he also says, hey, Brand, just wanted to say how much I'm enjoying the stream today. Your energy and personality make it so much fun to watch. Keep up the amazing work and hope to see you hit those goals. Maybe next time, Crazy Gamer, but really thank you for the comments. Thank everyone for joining me. I'm going to play one more quick song and then I'm going to get the hell out of here. J-Rock, thanks for being here. Thanks everyone for listening. Until next time, here we go. You are listening to Horns and Headlocks live on Mixcloud. Join us every Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific Time live. That's how you're going to hear the show live and uncensored every week with all the headbanging goodness. Podcast versions of the episodes are available 24/7 on Spotify and YouTube. Thank you for listening and keep it locked.